Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at how you can beat the powerful comeback challenge of the Metal Core Cooler stage, and basically how we can beat the stage using only powerful comeback units. So there's a couple of things to know before you take on the stage. Firstly, to be honest, the stage, two phases. Physical phase, you have the int phase. The int phase, as you can imagine, essentially quite a big problem. You have to get through all three charges, so all three turns of the int phase, and generally it's pretty rough. They hit decently hard, they lower your defense. Now there's something you can do. You can basically reduce or lower his attack, which will help you out quite substantially. But yeah, basically outside of that, getting through the int phase is an important part of the process, because getting through it relatively unscathed puts you in a good position to start the physical phase where you can actually damage Metal Core Cooler. Now, if we are going to continue looking at things, we want to talk about the team. So in terms of elites, we've gone for a double tech Goku. So double tech Super Saiyan Goku. A couple of things he does that are great. Guards above a certain health threshold. Heal, just a whole bunch, basically. That's basically really good. Good utility, stacking defense, healing, decent damage, attacks effective against all types, active skills that interrupt, and just basically all really, really good stuff. I think he's a good lead. Obviously the 200% does help. He can be a bit finicky health-wise, can be a little bit irritating health-wise, I guess. But yeah, I think if you can keep a tab on your health thresholds, generally speaking, he'll be pretty good. And if you can just get the revive to go off properly, then you're also really quite solid from that respect. Then in terms of other units, we have the World Tournament Goku, who's really, really solid. Obviously, again, also just a great unit. Really, really good. I think when you look at him, his kit just kind of screams good. He has all those guard, all those abilities built up. So just really, really, really good. And so for me, I think all that comes together quite nicely with World Tournament Goku. Obviously, remember also when we revived Tech Super Saiyan Goku, I think when you do that, you then kind of sit in the position where, okay, hey, very, very solid. He gets the revive, activates the rest of his passive, and then he's looking incredibly good, throughout the rest of the fight. So that's Tech World Tournament Goku. So I think that's a really, really crucial, really solid unit to use. We then have the Tech Piccolo, also great unit. I think he's really, really good. Obviously the heal capabilities when you're below 30%. He's also got that damage reduction, that ability to stack defense. He gives 2 key to the rotation. We're going to be floating him. We're going to be floating him, of course, because that's just kind of how we want to function with him in this team. He's not really on a spectrum to be used in the set rotations. That's not to say that he's bad or anything. He's obviously a fantastic unit. I just feel like in this team and just the way I wanted this team to function, he was just more than adequate as a floater. But generally speaking, he's probably going to be a unit that you want to look at keeping on the main rotation, just due to his all-round strength, capabilities, and just general incredible levels of solidness. He's a very good unit. So outside of that, obviously, as you can see, using Goku's revive, really, really solid. Using it to just proc the revive. Not too concerned about when it goes off. Obviously, the later the better. But as long as it does go off, it sets us up for a lot of really, really good stuff. So that's kind of why we are, watching or monitoring or making sure Goku's in a really solid position from that regard. So I like Goku from that perspective. Using his revive early on enables us a lot of buffs for Tournament Goku, and just allows us basically to set up really, really well with the rest of our units. So I do appreciate that. I do like that functionality about him. So we will obviously keep that in mind. But yeah, I will say that there are, certain factors that we maybe do just need to be aware of. There are certain capabilities, abilities, and just, sensibilities about the team that do manage a bit better with health management. So you want to keep a sneaky eye on all of those. Now we have the AGL, Super Saiyan Vegeta, and Super Saiyan Goku as well. Obviously fantastic units that are really good alongside Tech. Super Saiyan Goku, they share all his links, and they have good synergy with him, where he is this, kind of like really solid first slot-ish unit. The rest of them are, like these really, really, really good, like second slot units. So it kind of gives them a really good pairing. Obviously, getting their morale boost helps. I think the morale boost is obviously a very, very important mechanic. It gives them a very sizable defensive boost, gives them a good offensive boost. It's not to say that it's the only thing that matters, but it does help out, of course. Outside of that, though, there's not too much that you need to focus on. I think for me, when I look at them, when I look at this team as a unit, I think there's plenty going on here that just works in our favor. Not limited to, but definitely including the Strength Gogeta. I think Strength Gogeta is just a very good unit, and I think his overall capabilities put him in a really high bracket. He's our big offensive unit. He's our big kind of damage dealer, big hitter, and he's going to carry a lot of our damage threshold and payload. And yeah, I think at the end of the day, it's something that we can respect, something that we can definitely utilize properly. And in this situation where he's constantly on the up against Metal Cooler, I think he's a great pick to bring. And then kind of to round things out, we have the AGL Gogeta, basically just a babyer version of the LR Gogeta. Great damage, evasion, just a lot of stuff that you want. Not necessarily need, but that you want. And I think overall for me, I think he does a great job. You can see him here really just kind of smoking through the team. Really just kind of like bringing in a really, really strong presence. And yeah, for me, doing a great job. At least from my perspective. That being said, honestly, most times I don't have any major issues. I think the team does a great job, and there's not too much that I need to change. I think for me, you can obviously adjust this as you see fit. Maybe you want to include physical Piccolo, maybe you want to include some other different units, but I think this variant of the team worked quite nice. Did it first try. I think the revives are very good. Obviously, just to keep in mind that you can only use one Goku's revive. You cannot use like both Goku's revives. You can't revive Goku and then revive the other Goku. You can only use one, and that'll also only trigger the conditions for that Goku. So that one will then have to stay above 58%. Otherwise, he will take a bit of damage. But outside of that, there's not too much finicky stuff to kind of manage within the spectrum of the team. I think overall, the whole team ran very, very nicely, and I just had a really good time running them. Obviously, Cooler can seal. That's very important to be aware of. But outside of the sealing and everything like that, I don't think there was anything too major that we needed to, keep in mind. At least for me, I think the team ran perfectly fine, and I had a great time running them. They were definitely really rock solid, and yeah, I think it was an easy run at the end of the day, just with some mitigation and obviously some kind of collateral with the health management for Tech, Super Saiyan Goku. But Gogeta, big backbone, damage dealer, obviously a unit that you want to consider bringing. So definitely definitely consider bringing him if you have him. If you don't, you're going to need to replace him with another suitable damage dealer. Any big time damage dealer will do, but it does help having such a big force of damage on the team, especially when you're looking at completing challenges, and especially when he's got type advantage over time. I think for me, that's really honestly at the end of the day a really good good situation to be in. So yeah, but that's basically going to be it from me. I think at the end of the day, I think everything ran perfectly fine. If you have a different team suggestion, or you want to obviously ask some questions, or maybe leave a comment and request some adjustments or replacements, you're welcome to. I'll gladly assist. But yeah, that's basically going to be it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.